Well, you saw it first on KXLY.com. Investigators in Wenatchee got a big break in a February murder case this morning.
Everyone is hoping she just took off. Like, she's gonna come back. We're gonna find her. She's gonna turn up. She's a 17-year-old girl.
It's really shocking just because it was somebody that nobody really suspected.
I can't imagine what it was like for her father. It was horrible.
They say that they still have a lot more work to do in this case. Right now, we still don't know a motive.
It was a crime that shocked that quiet community, a quiet street.
Strangulation.
Investigators won't tell us many details.
All right.
What is your title, or how would you like to?
News reporter. Yeah.
KXLY?
KXLY, yeah.
And where is Wenatchee located?
Wenatchee is located in north central Washington near the Columbia River. It would be considered small town. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's not the type of area where people are used to seeing murders. Mackenzie Cowell was a young 17-year-old girl. She was still in high school, but she was really interested in cosmetology, so she was also taking classes at the beauty school. Mackenzie was just a happy, energetic kid. Good grades, good kid, well-liked. On February 9th in 2010, she was at the beauty school taking classes, and she just stepped out for a few minutes. She told everyone that she was gonna be right back. Mackenzie Cowell disappeared. Her dad got very concerned about her when she didn't show up for dinner that night. Everyone is hoping she just took off. Like, she's gonna come back. We're gonna find her. She's gonna turn up. She's a 17-year-old girl. There's no reason why anyone would want to harm her, but it definitely at the gate had a suspicious feeling to it. They never were calling it a runaway. I remember that.
On February 9th, 17-year-old Mackenzie Cowell vanished as she left the Academy of Hair Design, where she was taking classes.
Everyone in that area became very concerned for her, so there was a large search effort. Lots of flyers, lots of people going out into the community searching for any signs they could find of her. Investigators looked into a number of people, anyone that she might have had a relationship with. I know that they questioned their family members to see if they could provide them with any possible leads. The night she disappeared, investigators found Mackenzie Cowell's car near Pitcher Canyon, which is kind of a remote area. It's pretty far from where she lives. In the car, they found her purse and her keys and her wallet, everything that you would find in a car, but the person is supposed to be there. Mackenzie Cowell went missing on the 9th, and it was just a couple days later that the FBI became involved in trying to find her. Anytime the FBI gets involved, it means, you know, more people, more investigators, more resources. 17-year-old Mackenzie Cowell's body was found on Saturday near Crescent Bar, about 20 miles from Wenatchee. About 4 days after Mackenzie Cowell went missing, someone spotted her body in Crescent Bar along the river. When they found her, investigators told us that she still had on her beauty school uniform. It was horrible. I can't imagine what it was like for her father. It was horrible. The community was very on edge. There was a lot of concern, like, who did this? Is this, you know, who's responsible? Is this person living in our community? Mackenzie Cowell disappeared in February, and it wasn't until that summer that someone sent a letter to investigators alerting them that one of Mackenzie Cowell's classmates in beauty school had something to do with her death. What I remember about Christopher Wilson is that I remember talking to people and they would describe him like just kind of kind and quiet. Him and Mackenzie went to beauty school together, but there was no issues between them. It's not someone that really came up in anyone's radar. There was a letter, and there was lots of little clues that the investigators then started looking into that also pointed to him. In Wilson's apartment, police had found a blood stain that was thought to be from Mackenzie Cowell. The biggest thing that sticks out about Christopher Wilson is that his DNA was found on the duct tape that they discovered near her body. When we were told that Wilson was arrested for Mackenzie Cowell's murder, I think we were all just shocked. The community was shocked, her friends were shocked. I did interview one friend that said that Wilson was even at a memorial for Mackenzie Cowell.
Wilson is charged with second-degree murder, and the task force says they have a lot of work ahead of them. Right now, they're really focusing on trying to determine a motive.
Christopher Wilson did plead guilty, and he was sentenced to 14 years in prison. The community was relieved that this person was going to be in jail. Some stories stick with you, and this is definitely one that will stick with me. I do. I go back to her family and think what they must have been thinking that entire time.